I'm Sophia A. Jackson, and I'm the editor and founder of Aphrodisiac Theatre News. And could you both kindly introduce yourselves, starting with Cherrelle?
Hi, I'm Cherrelle Skeete, and I play Beneatha in Beneatha's Place.
And I'm Zackary Momoh. I play Joseph Asagai and Wale in Beneatha's Place.
Thank you. So, Cherrelle, in your own words, what's Beneatha's Place about?
Beneatha is a play of two halves. So we meet this young couple, Beneatha and Asagai, in 1959, pre-independence, just before Nigeria gets their independence. They're living in Lagos. Asagai is a professor and the leader of a political party for independence of Nigeria, and Beneatha has come along as a medical student and also as a comrade and his wife, to create a new life for herself. And it's a follow-up from A Raisin in the Sun, which is tail ends from 1958. So we see this couple, as we see in the play, he's proposed. So we see them starting their life in Nigeria. So we see what happens with that first half. And it's set over one afternoon, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
One afternoon, then moving into their marital home. Then in the second half, we are in modern day Nigeria, like 50, well, we've cheated it a little bit, a few decades later, 50 odd years later, we're in back in the same apartment, but this time Beneatha is the dean of a university of school of ethnic studies. She's the dean that she set up this school. Clearly they're taking a path into academia, and she's brought her faculty members, these professors who are in her university, to have a faculty meeting on the premises of her what would have been her marital home. Try not to spoilers.
Yeah.
And so we hear the different arguments of each professor come through, whether they're going to choose critical whiteness studies or choose African American studies. And then we have so that's the best way I can round it up. I think it's a brilliant play that explores both identity, African, independence and liberation, and also a really progressive conversation around race that I don't think we're able to have in the UK. I think the Americans are a lot better at it, and there are more spaces to have these types of dialogue. So yeah, that's that in a nutshell. Yeah. Without any spoilers.
Thank you. And Zach, what attracted you to this role in the first place?
It's been about 8 years since I've been on the stage.
Welcome back.
So yeah, back like I never left.
Oh, that's right.
So it felt like about time. It felt like the season. It spiritually just felt inclined to tap back in and work these muscles again. And also, I think I've never worked at the Young Vic, never been on I've seen many a great play here, and I was very intrigued to kind of know what this Kwei-Armah is about.
Yeah.
So that was kind of interesting to me.
Why the 8-year hiatus from theatre?
8-year hiatus, I think, after doing a run of like kind of back-to-back theatre at the National and Regional Theatre and the Barbican, I felt like I wanted to expand my horizons in terms of my craft and work on a different medium, being big screen or small screen. So for the last 8 years, that's what I've been doing. And you know what? For nearly every other year within that 8 years, I was like, man, I kind of just want to touch the stage a little bit, but the opportunity hasn't, timing and everything hasn't really worked out. But there's no time like now. Right?
So you said it's a follow-on from Lorraine Hansberry's A Raisin in the Sun. What do you think she would make of this production?
I can't speak on behalf of Miss Lorraine.
Yeah.
I hope that we are making her proud each night. I think I see A Raisin in the Sun as, you know, for me, it was like a really important play in terms of seeing Black people, African Americans, obviously specifically, but understanding the importance of a dream. And each generation having aspirations and dreams, and that's what moves us forward. I think that as all different types of, you know, Black people, wherever you are, I feel like imagination and how we can envision a future for ourselves is revolutionary within itself, because of how we have been up against so much oppression and strife. So to be able to still dream, even though when you look around you, your circumstance doesn't necessarily offer any kind of similarity of that, of what you can envisage in your mind, I think is so powerful. So I really, about love being revolutionary, as a revolutionary act, especially when, as a people, you know, as African Americans, as Black people here in the UK, we have still been able to love in spite of so much hardship. So for me, you know, seeing, you know, specifically in that first act, how Assegai and Beneatha are in love with each other in a time where there is so much turmoil. Like I use the example of, you know, Miriam Makeba and Kwame Ture, or the Mandelas, and them having this great love story and it being cut short because of political unrest and someone being thrown into jail or people disappearing and things like that. And literally all they can do in that moment is to love each other. And that being so powerful and dangerous at the same time. So I think that it feels progressive. It feels like we're carrying the spirit of what Lorraine was saying in the story, the whole idea of dreaming, visualizing. I feel like that is definitely there, the connection of history and the future that we're trying to create, still being able to respect and honor our history and our roots and our culture, but taking all of the juice from that and being able to move it forward, you know. So and I feel like that Kwame's done a great job with with this play that we're doing, where we are, hopefully the audience will walk away with a lot more questions. I'm okay with that. And I really enjoy having dialogues with people about the individual characters' perspectives, the things that they connected with, the things that they disagreed with. I find that really fascinating as well, because I think as a piece of art, I think we should, you know, art should be critiqued. I think that, I'm enjoying just listening to people's conversations when I come out. I really just love listening to it, how people feel.
And Zach, how are you managing with your dual roles? That's quite an unusual situation to be in. Any tips for anyone that has to embark on that?
Any tips that have to embark on that? I'd say the body. I think, you know, so our mind and body are not disconnected. You know, and what I find has been wonderful, especially working with our movement director,
Shelley Maxwell.
Shout out. Who's been really helpful in.
Does she do get up, stand up?
Yeah.
She's been really helpful in us finding our bodies for each character, you know, even for Beneatha, as younger Beneatha and older Beneatha. But for me, but specifically with Assegai and Wale, you know, was finding what my body, Zackary Momoh's body is, and then where Assegai and Wale were different in that, and knowing what each of them feel like.
Yeah.
As soon as I feel like on stage at any point where Zackary Momoh wants to come into the room, hey, back up, it's not your time, man. You know, you had 21 hours of the day, chill, you know. Then I know exactly where to sit. I know, like, Wale sits a lot more like myself, but a little bit more intense, with relaxed shoulders, even possibly hunched. And Assegai is right through the top of his head, centered.
Okay.
So that intuitively kind of instantly has a different vocal quality, has a different kind of tension to it. both of them have tensions in their way. To be upright for a long period of time holds a certain level of tension, and my back sometimes gets a little, because my body used to being upright.
Yeah.
And this as well holds a different kind of thing. So each of them have their different kind of colors to it. So I say that to say, as soon as we tap into what the body, how this person walks, how this person feels, how they swing their arms, kind of the rest kind of follows through. That's a great foundation just for the rest of the do. And that's how I manage it, through the body.
And you're a married couple in the play, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
So how did you build on the chemistry between you?
Well, we knew each other before.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I've loved seeing you work before anyway. I was like, you admire an actor's work from you, just, oh gosh, looking forward to working with this person at some point, so when we had our chemistry read and he walked into the room, it was like, yes, like Christmas. And then we just got to bounce off each other and play. And Zach is incredibly generous with how he works and he's so open. And I'm an instinctive actor as well, and so Zach. So it was just like, I feel like we work quite similarly. So there's good, so we use the word alignment a lot, where things just kind of lock in. I believe that a lot of the stuff that we do as actors, as creatives, there are, there's the work and the foundational work that you do, and sometimes there's like this other thing of like the spiritual element, which is alive as well when you're rehearsing. And I believe that when we're in rehearsals, you're conjuring these characters, you're conjuring the essence of these characters, and then the hope is that they meet. But ultimately, I just keep using the word alignment. Shelley was great, even though I felt like we already had our physical language already. It was just kind of locking things in, so we have the foundation to do it repetitively for 8 shows a week. But other than that, it was like, the hope is that you can work with your mates. That's the dream, that you can create stories with people that you really love and respect. That's the hope,
Yeah, this has been our first time working to each other.
Yeah,
working with each other. I think.
Yeah,
I've been to many of a Cherrelle Skeete play, and the feeling's been absolutely mutual. I'm like, damn. This girl is on fire. Yeah, fire. So this opportunity has been a blessing of the highest order, because not only do we have that rapport in rehearsals and we find the layers and subtext, but we're doing 8 shows a week.
Yeah.
And no 2 shows are the same. And that's really because of the fact that we both have a very instinctual style. So, sometimes we'd be tired. We'd be tired, but even that tiredness that we'd be coming in with the show brings a different quality and the energy. We don't even need to hey, so I'm feeling like such and such. It just I
can feel it.
You can feel it, and then we find our way through it with I don't know, an audience from yesterday would not get the same from today. And I feel like even myself, today was a little, I felt something new there, something new.
That's good.
Feel that. And Cherrelle, wonderfully brings that out of me, where I feel like I'm not, just going by my beats, etc. I'm constantly listening, and because I'm constantly listening, I'm so amazed by the amount of newness I receive from Cherrelle. Every day as Beneatha. There's just there's a new texture every single evening, and something that I have no choice but to respond to, and it just draws something out of me very instinctually. I'm like, and in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, what was that? Oh, I like that bookmark. Yeah.
And Cherrelle, how are you enjoying being the leading lady and carrying the show?
Oh gosh, that's a big question. It has to be. How am I? I feel like when you put it like that, it feels really big and weighty. It feels big and weighted, but like, I know. Listen, I think for me, like playing this role has been a dream role. Like A Raisin in the Sun was one of my favorite plays.
Okay.
And like you see, I'm a lover of theatre as well as acting. I'm a lover of theatre. So being able to go and watch plays and you're like, oh my God, this piece of text is amazing, or I feel seen in this play. I really felt seen. So then getting to play the sequel of A Raisin in the Sun is like a dream. And I suppose, listen, I have the biggest thing that I had to face, the biggest obstacle was myself. And that has been a daily thing of just taking it day by day. Like today, I'm going to work on my physicality. Today, I'm going to explore voice. Today, you know, I just want to connect with my company members in different ways. Today, I want to explore this. So it's been such a joy. It's been a dream to collaborate, like with so many intelligent people who are giving their hearts, souls, and minds to this process. And every day I'm so grateful. Like literally the incredible women who I share the dressing room with, Jumoke and Nia, and I'm just like, guys, thank you. Because sometimes I come into that dressing room and I'm just like, okay, all right, come on. And then second act, and you know, and I feel everyone willing me to step out there and be the best version of myself. So for that, I am grateful. It has been a gift. It has been alignment, and it's been an incredible. I will say it because sometimes it's hard to acknowledge when you feel like you're like, oh, it's a dream come true role. For me, it's a dream come true role. Like being able to work with Zach, you know, to be at the Young Vic, and to work with a company that has gone through the trenches. We've all gone through the trenches, as you will see when you come to watch the play. It's really challenging themes, and everyone has had to, you know, approach all of our characters with the word, like you said, sincerity. And to really listen. And I'm so grateful to be in a space, because I was thinking about it. I was like, it's only really in spaces like in a rehearsal room where you've got actors, different creatives, artists, where we can have those type of dialogues and people don't get upset and walk out the room, because we've got a set date where we have to open the show. No one wants to be rubbish. So we have to push through this difficult feeling, and people they've pushed through the really kind of sticky subjects to get to the other side. Where if it wasn't for us putting on a play, I don't know if people would be inclined to give themselves in that way. I don't know any other space where people would give themselves in that way, where we're literally talking about people's humanity from so many different perspectives and life experiences, where people are being awakened to new life experience that they didn't know it existed. So I get to be part of that. So yeah, as much as I'm carrying the story, right, everyone is carrying their own thing as well. And I'm really mindful of that. So every day I just have gratitude.
Thank you. And then Zach, what will you take away from this production? What will stay within your heart?
Fulfillment. Fulfillment. That's nice. This experience from rehearsals to now, and I'm sure till we finish, has been one of just sheer fulfillment. There's been, as Cherrelle mentioned before, such an alignment with how this has come about for both of us to be able to do this together, and to even, you know, work with the cast that we have and the crew and Kwame, and it feels like it's an alignment where everybody has brought the best of themselves. You know, not just talking about their craft, their ability, but also their personhood, their humanity, their hearts, their character. You know, as a people, and yeah, I'm coming away from this as I already, if any, listen, if not one person comes to see between tonight and the August comes to see it again, I am content.
Oh, that's beautiful.
To be on that stage every day, it's one of the the most low pressured environment I have felt in a very long time.
Okay.
And it's low pressured because I am thoroughly enjoying who I'm working with.
That's nice.
And I'm also enjoying the fact that I got to dive into these characters and to live that out every single day and continue to dig. You know, the digging doesn't stop because press nights happen. No, it's still exploring.
It gets deeper.
Yeah. Even that just is like gold, like mining for gold. And, you know, every now and then I strike gold and I'm like, ooh, you know, it's very nice. So there's just a huge sense of fulfillment.
And talking of press night, the reviews have been phenomenal. So you must be very pleased with the audience and press responses. I know it doesn't always happen.
I don't read reviews.
They've been great.
Clips, and I've seen posters. But, you know, for me, like, I want everyone to feel seen in this show. But of course, like, I want specifically, even though it's me on the poster, it feels it's for me, it's also about I want the community to feel seen. Specifically, you know, someone from our wardrobe department sent me a message saying that they saw a little black girl like copying my pose in the poster.
Oh, that's so nice.
My mum took a picture on the phone and she stopped there, and she's a white woman and she witnessed that.
Okay.
And she messaged me and I was like, that's how powerful for me this moment is. Like, yes, it's my image, but for other people to feel seen in what is possible. Like I always say that I'm not from London, I'm from Birmingham. And you didn't know. So it's I want people who didn't necessarily, you know, the whole thing of dreaming and having a dream, for people to see that anything is possible. You know, anything is possible. Like we use the word sincerity and integrity, and it's possible to you know, to fulfill your dreams. Like, it's possible.
Thank you. And to the quick fire questions, your favorite theatre space? I'll start with Cherrelle with all of them, if that's okay.
Okay, I'm going to say two.
Okay.
So I'm going to shout out the Young Vic because it was one of the first theatres that I came to when I first moved here. And I'm going to shout out the Bush as well, because I think the Bush create incredible spaces for community. They are small and mighty as a space.
Definitely, yeah.
Many shows have come out of there, so I'm really, really proud of, and I've worked there as well. But I'll say spaces.
Zach?
I would say Young Vic and the National.
Thank you. And the play that you've either worked on or you've seen that's had the greatest impact on your life?
Okay, I'm going to say two again. Just
oh, come on.
So I'm going to say, I always sing about A Raisin in the Sun, but a show that I've not mentioned in a while, but it's called The House That Will Not Stand, which was by, I forgot the name of the writer, but it was at the Kiln Theatre a few years ago.
Yeah.
And it's set in Louisiana just before the, is it the Louisiana Purchase?
Okay.
To wear like headscarves and stuff to cover their hair, and it had Martina Laird and hair was in that play. It's an incredible piece, but I know the writer was heavily influenced by Toni Morrison and James Baldwin, and I love both of their yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For me?
Yeah.
Beneatha's Place.
Hey.
Oh.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
And the final question, what's your earliest memory of going to the theatre and who took you?
Ooh. Earliest memory, I'll go first. But earliest memory, I think, and a very good question, phrasing it as earliest memory. I'm not sure if it's the earliest time. Yeah. My earliest memory is His Dark Materials at the National.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think, yeah. See that.
One of my earliest memories is so there's a theatre company called Blue Mountain Theatre, and they tour a lot of the UK, and they're a production company that come over from Jamaica with Oliver Samuels, and I used to watch. I think when I was old enough, I went to go watch one of those shows, and it's all kind of mix up, match up, kind of like Medea style.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that, but I loved it because it was great seeing people from the community in the theatre packing out and heckling, and that was one of my earliest memories, I think.
Oh, thank you.
We were too young to be in the audience.
Probably. Yeah. I think I'm still too young to be in the audience for
like Blue Mountain, yeah, Blue Mountain. Yeah, they go in, but yeah, that was one of my earliest memories, I think.
Thank you both. That was really nice. I'm hoping to come and see it when I get back from my trip. But it might have sold out because tickets are selling really well. But
before you go.
Yeah. Say that again. Sorry, it cut out.
Before you go, because I know you're going to. So
yeah, I'm back. I'm only going for a week, and then I think it's on till the 5th of August, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Enjoy tonight's performance, and I'll take care.
Thanks, Sophia. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.